Alright everyone, what's going on? And welcome to another history edition. And this episode we're going to be talking about Yellow. She is she is the final gen first or whatever, like out of the three, like red and blue and green. She is the last and the youngest. So yeah, let's get this shit on the road. Alright, we're gonna start with our Pokedex holder, Yellow. She's the youngest, like I said. As you guys can see, her age, she was 9 in the red, green, blue series. So she was born in Viridian City. That's not true though. She was actually born in the Viridian Forest, and yeah, she lives with her uncle Wilton. Items, you guys can see, she has a fishing rod. It's because her uncle is actually a fisherman, and obviously I guess she will pick up that fishing rod from him. And Silverwing and Rainbow Wing lost. I will explain to you guys how she got this later in the video. So the main question, who is Yellow? And a lot of people don't know who she is. Alright, she's the main protagonist for the Yellow series. Alright, she first makes an appearance in the, again, red, green, blue saga when Red is passing by the Viridian Forest and he sees a wild Dratini attack a girl. He saves her, and from there on out, like, she really liked him. She looked up to him and stuff, and so she would always she didn't follow him at all, but she was responsible, I guess, for Red to audition for the vacant spot after the Red, Green, Blue series for the Viridian Gym Leader position after defeating Giovanni. And she told him, "Why don't you do it?" And he took on that promise and he did it. And as you guys know, if you guys want to watch the history of Red, I explain what happens. Just click on the annotation on top right. Or I won't put it somewhere like top, bottom, whatever. It's gonna be there somewhere. All right, and yeah, in the yellow series, she finally meets Blue and Green, and Blue, as you guys remember from the story, Red was missing for a while, and Yellow was wanted to go look for him. But when she met Blue, Blue the girl, she said you should wear a hat and cover your gender. Why would you do that? Maybe because there's I don't know, there's not that many female trainers and female people trainers that would actually go on a journey, and I guess she wouldn't be that prone to getting attacked. Do you guys know what I mean? So yeah, she gave him a little straw hat, a little cowboy straw hat, and in that straw hat there was 2 wings. That was the Rainbow and Silver Wing. And I'm guessing Blue did this in purpose to because she was getting chased for these items that she stole, and she gave it to Yellow, and obviously nobody would know that a Viridian Forest Yellow girl would have these 2 wings. She also has the ability to heal and read Pokemon's minds, so it's kind of cool. If you were born, if they say every several years, if you're born in Viridian Forest, you get blessed with this gift, and she was blessed with that gift. So as we move along, I'll explain more about her. First, we'll go with her team, Choo Choo, aka Pikachu. Yellow found Pikachu injured at the Viridian Forest and later caught her. And then you guys can see in the picture on the right, you see Choo Choo made it with Red's Pika, and it made an egg at the Goldenrod's daycare center. So that's their little egg. And then later you see here at the bottom right, Choo Choo, Pika, and Gold's Pichu. That's the egg. Eventually it hatched to a Pichu, and they gave it to Gold. So that was actually Gold's Pichu. They used a combined Volt Tackle to end a fake Kyogre in the Emerald series. So all 3 of them used a Volt Tackle, which is kind of cool. Interesting fact, Choo Choo was hardly ever used for battles. She was only used to support her own team or to team up with other Pokemon to do something good in a good cause. So you guys can see, if you guys read the manga, she will never be in a battle. So I guess Yellow had really special feelings for her, or didn't want to see her get hurt. Moving into her second Pokemon, Ratty, aka Rattata. Ratty was Yellow's first Pokemon caught with the help of Red. And later Ratty evolved to Eradicate, and she was frightened, and she wanted the old Ratty. Why was she frightened? It's because like she never seen a Pokemon evolve, and she thinks it's like a damage to the old one. So she got like in her emotions and stuff, but eventually she overcame it, I should say. So that's that. I don't know, it's like a little emotion. She was very emotional too, guys, so I just want to tell you guys that. Maybe because she was young. Interesting fact, Ratty helped Yellow get out of a lot of field hazards with his fangs. So like when she would get stuck or she needs to go through something real quick, Ratty would always be the go-to person. So that's kind of cool. Dodusk, whatever, I can't pronounce it. This Doduo was given by her uncle Wilton. You guys can see Wilton on the top right. The first image, you guys can see him there. And yeah, she lived with them for a long time, and he was a fisherman. If you guys can actually battle Wilton in any original red, blue, green, gold, silver, crystal, heart gold, and soul silver game at Route 44. His name's gonna be Fisherman Wilton. That's kind of cool. I didn't know you could do that. He's actually in the game as well, so you guys can see him there. Again, Route 44. And Yellow mostly used Doduo for fast movement and land, for basically transport. And then it later evolved into a trio against the battle with Lance. And interesting fact, even though Wilton gave Doduo to Yellow, the OT had Yellow's name on it, so that's kind of weird. Nobody knows why. It should have been OT Wilton, but who knows. Omask, her water type Pokemon. This Omanite was given to Yellow by the Viridian Gym Leader Misty. So she met actually Misty, Brock, and Erika. And she really everyone really liked Yellow as like a little sister. And I guess Misty gave this Omanite to her. And this was actually arguably the one of the strongest Pokemon on Yellow's team. I think he was. Like this Omanite eventually evolves to an Omastar against a battle with Lance. And interesting fact, Omas didn't listen to Yellow at first, and would always spray water gun to her face. She really didn't trust her yet, because she was raised with a gym leader, and she was like, no, I'm not gonna listen to a little kid. But eventually, Omas did listen, and she trusted him, whatever. Golusk, Yellow received this Graveler from Brock at Celadon. Brock didn't need him anymore because Brock, I think, had 2 or something. He had a Golem and a Graveler, and he gave that Graveler to Yellow. It also evolved into a Golem in the battle between Lance. And interesting fact, when it evolved in the battle with Lance to a Golem, it was never traded, it just evolved on the spot. It's kind of weird, but who knows? Nobody still knows. And interesting, Golus actually listened to Yellow really shortly. At first he didn't, but then later he did. I guess he liked her. I don't know, but we're gonna move into Pisk, or sometimes I think they call her Kitty as well as another nickname. Yellow rescued Caterpie when it got attacked by a Growlithe. I think it was an Ember, but I put Burning Move. I don't know. But it got attacked by that, and Yellow rescued it. And then later, Caterpie was the baby. Yeah, he was the youngest, the baby in Yellow's team, and provided support with her string shot, made bandages, stuff like that. In battle against Lance, Caterpie evolved twice into a Metapod and then a Butterfree. Wow. So you guys can see in that picture, you see Metapod defending Yellow. So after he became Butterfree, Yellow still saw him as a baby and only used him for air support, so you'd rarely see him in battles after the Lance battle. Story. Alright, we're going to start with the story, guys. So at this time, I tend to say you should pause the video and read the description below so you guys get a general idea of the series. But if you don't want to pause, that's cool. We're going to start from left from right. So we're gonna start here. Red is actually saving at this time Yellow from Dratini. Yellow's getting attacked by this Dratini. And then Red is explaining to Yellow. This is when our Yellow actually just caught Rattata. You guys can see she's holding it Rattata, and he's explaining the care and how you should raise your Pokemon with love, etc. Then you see Yellow here holding Red's Pika, talking to him and suggesting him to take the vacant spot in the Viridian Gym Leader as the Viridian Gym Leader. And Red is like all bandaged up after like defeating Giovanni in a crazy battle. And Red's like, you know what? I might take you up into that promise. Alright, and starting with the Yellow series, you guys can see here, actually now Yellow's rocking that blue straw hat given by Blue. And you see here she's hugging Pika and healing and also reading his mind. Because this was when Red went missing and Pika came to Professor Oak's lab and she saw him and she was like, what the heck just happened? And Pika went under Yellow for the entire series in the Yellow series. Then you see here, what do you call it? Yellow has Graveler now. It was given by Brock to her. Then you see here, actually Yellow is surfing with Red's Pika. It's kind of cool. And then you see Yellow again about to attack. I'm guessing they're battling Lance. Yeah, in this series they are battling Lance and all her Pokemon evolved. Then you see here in the Gold, Silver, and Crystal series, Red's Pika and her Choo-Choo are like traveling, I guess. They're going to oh, that's right, they go to Johto because what's his name? Our Uncle Wilton wanted to go to Johto to discover Lugia at the Cerise Island, and she goes with them and they explore. And then later she goes to Aquatic City and she goes to the Burnt Tower, and she doesn't realize that the Silver and Rainbow Wing unleashes the legendary trio, Beast Trio, and she releases them. And then a crazy battle. You see the daycare woman dragging Yellow, saying, "Come here, what are you doing? You're acting recklessly." And she obviously she knows that she's a girl. She's still undercover, and she's like, "What are you doing?" But yeah. Then you guys see here in the Fire Red and Leaf Green series, you see here Yellow is actually responsible for also telling Silver his past. So you see she's actually reading the mind of Sneasel, of a Silver Sneasel, and she sees a mental picture on Sneasel's mind of Giovanni's statue. So she tells that to Silver, and Silver's like, what? And this happened in the Viridian City. And then they battle against, I think, the Team Rocket trio, against Stork and some other dudes. And then you see here, eventually she ends up in the Team Rocket battleship, and she sees Deoxys, they're battling Deoxys, and then Red again saves Yellow. Yellow went unconscious, but then they get hit by that crazy attack that turned them all into stone. And you guys can see here Yellow's in stone, unconscious, and then she wakes up. And then you see her Golem is actually helping her out, saving her. And then the last picture you see her about to do something. I think they're about to battle. No, this is when the Volt tackle with Pichu, Red's Pika, and her Choo-Choo about to do a crazy Volt tackle. And she's looking up, I guess. So final verdict and questions. Alright guys, I know I did skip her final team, but the reason why I did that is because it's still the same. It hasn't changed. She only had 6 Pokemon the entire time, so that's her final team. And you guys can go back and check her team out if you guys want, but that's her final team. And yeah, let's go with the final verdict and questions. Alright, you guys see in this picture Yellow and Red just relaxing. I'm guessing this is in the Viridian Forest, where Pokemon Raticate and Butterfree, and Juju and Pika. So there was a poll, guys. I did like a little snooping around, and there was like a little poll. It's not. They say it's official, but I think it's bullcrap. But they say that Red and Yellow are lovers. I don't believe that, and you guys can believe it if you guys want. But I know Yellow did have a crush to Red at the Fire Red and Leaf Green series. She started seeing him as a guy and not as a friend, like, you know what I mean. And I think Red did see her, but I don't think Red saw her as like a, as a girl that she can possibly like. So I want to know what you guys think. If you You guys can like post in the comments. And I doubt it, but that's what they say. It was like a poll, and it was in Japan. So yeah, let's move on. You guys can see in this little picture is like just the four, since this is the last video, and since Yellow is the last protagonist in the red, green, blue series, I should say. Yeah, she is the last one. You see red on the top left, and then yellow top right, green bottom left, and then blue bottom right. That's kind of cool picture. Alright, so we're going to end it here, guys. Hopefully I told you guys enough information about Yellow. Again, if you want to have more information about her, again, read the description, and also you guys feel free to read the manga yourselves. You guys can see at the top of the banner is a cool little banner I found of red and Pika and then blue. This banner is obviously taking place in the Emerald series, because first Yellow's not rocking that straw hat. She stopped rocking that straw hat at the Emerald series. So you guys can see that. And green is actually now the Viridian Gym Leader. He's a lot more serious in his tasks. And blue is like all freely, and she's like, again, has that crush with green. I believe they're lovers now. I'm not gonna lie. I believe that they are. And then you see red, I think distancing or like going away from them. I don't know, he just goes to Mount Silver, has like this emotional trauma. I have no idea. But then you see here yellow. But anyways, guys, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like the video. Every like does help me, and it also helps you guys share the word of Yellow and also my Pokemon History show. If you guys want to watch other episodes, just click the Pokemon History show right below the subscribe button. Just click that. You guys can see the show and other episodes. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Till next time, ciao.